is Tobias Ahlbrecht, and what do I do? I like traveling a lot, so I combine it a little bit with my favorite thing to do, which is photography, and for the last 15 years I've been basically taking photos, exploring different places in Germany where I started, went to England, went to China, went to Vietnam, went to Laos, Cambodia, so just traveling around, and yeah, finally arrived in Thailand. So basically I started this project about 5 years ago, and I exhibited this specific project and in certain stages. So it grew over time, and the more photos I took, the more I was able to show new work, which then was based on the old work, and then I carried it through to the new places. I added new photographs to it, and it basically grew by doing it. This very project I showed in Germany, in England, in China, in Vietnam so far. So 4 different countries, and of course the further I traveled, the more photos I took, and that's how it came together pretty much. I always loved photography. I studied photography, and I was like, okay, let's combine the two things. So I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna bike to Vietnam. I had a good friend there at the time. I was like, I want to see my friend again. So I biked myself from China to Vietnam, where I then met Zara, who's also on my photographs, and then we started biking together. So from there, we worked our way together from Vietnam through Cambodia to then Thailand. Just like trying to find a cool spot at night, and it's always like you never know where you end up the day before. And you can of course check your map, and then you're like, oh, roughly there's some rivers, and it looks kind of cool. But when you go there, maybe it's like full of civilization, you can't really stay there, and then unfortunately people got a little bit strange once the whole COVID thing broke out, and it got really, really difficult to like continue doing it that way. A lot of these photographs are really born in the moment, from like a certain feeling that maybe when we travel along the world, a certain place we find gives us a certain feeling, and we're like, yeah, this is it, this is the shot. We don't need to prepare anything at all. Sometimes though we feel like we want to do something a little bit more creative, and I'm saying we, it's like this including me and Zara at the moment, but I used to shoot with around 10-15 people who also approached me, taught me a little bit about their own world, I would say. Most of them were very close friends of mine, and it didn't require a lot of preparation because people were already there. They were these personalities, and the idea really was capturing these personalities, capturing their impressions. And then through that, we figured, okay, how can we best show that? How can we best portray that person and the stories that we share between the two of us? And I think that is really the main preparation there. How can we portray that in the best way to show the person and show that message? I want the final photograph to basically be a conversation between me and whatever person I'm photographing in that moment. So it kind of meant to be 50-50, how I see that person, and by the way the person looking back at me, how they see me. And most of the time I really do shoot with people I know well. So we talk about friends or people I know for a long time, because you really need that personal connection. I feel like if you want to take these kind of photographs and you're just interested in like your casual nude photography, I could just hire any model, but I would never be able to get the same photograph, because on the one hand you have maybe the idea of nudity and like creating something which is actually really easy to get, but on the other hand you have that whole personal level, the whole character, the whole connection thing, which the image just wouldn't have if I just hire some model. So it really needs that personal connection, and from that images grow rather naturally. They just come by themselves. Preparation feels more like something like a step on the way, rather than, oh, we need to do this now, this is the next thing. It's really natural. People just got a little bit, I don't want to say hostile, but distant. Yeah. And that welcomeness that you just described, that I know exists, just fade away a little bit. So one of the other reasons right now we really like Bangkok is also because this is a really, really nice place to just wait and do some stuff, do some good art, work with some great people, which with the scene allows to do, which is heaven right now for us, because we can do all these things, we have all these great people, and then once everything comes down a little bit, once the borders open up again, half a year from now or whatever, we can continue this journey. Had a great time here, got to know some amazing artists, and then hopefully also get to know the amazing culture that there is, that there definitely is. And once people know that COVID might not be a problem anymore, then they gonna open up again, and it's gonna be more enjoyable.
1, 2, 3, 4